Hello friends, let's discuss about the list of important amendments made in the Constitution of India in this video. So, what are constitutional amendments? These are formal changes to the Constitution that alter or modify its original text. An amendment is a change to the existing provisions of the Constitution and hence it amends the original text. As of September 2023, so far 106 amendments are made to the Constitution of India. And there are three types of amendments to the Constitution of India based on Article 368. Article 368 lays down the procedure and rules regarding how the Constitution can be amended. The first step is amendments includes that can be passed by simple majority in each house of the parliament. And the second type, amendments includes that can be effected by the parliament by a prescribed special majority in each house, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Third type, amendments includes those that require in addition to such special majority in each house of the parliament ratification by at least one half of the state legislatures. So we'll see what does this Article 368 says. As I said, Article 368 lays down the procedure and rules regarding how the Constitution can be formed. Amendment of Constitution can be initiated only by a bill in either of the houses of the parliament. The bill can be introduced either by a minister or by a private member and does not require any permission of the president to raise the bill. The bill must be passed in each house, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, by a special majority of total membership of the house. So what is special majority? It is when 2/3 of the members of the house are present and voting is supported by more than half of the actual strength of the house. So once this bill is presented, if the bill seeks to amend the federal provisions of the Constitution, it must be ratified by the legislatures of the half of the states by a simple majority. After duly passed in each house, the bill is presented to the president for assent. The president must give his assent. He can neither withhold his assent to the bill nor return the bill for reconsideration of the parliament. After the president's assent, the bill becomes an act, that is a constitutional amendment act, and the constitution stands amended in accordance with the terms of the act. Before we proceed for the list of important amendments made, now we'll see why is an amendment necessary. The most important and frequent reason for the amendment of the Constitution is to see that it is in accordance with people's aspirations and changes in the society. Now we'll see the list of important amendments made. The first amendment, which was made in 1951, added special provision for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes or for the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. This amendment provided several new grounds of restrictions to the right to the freedom of speech and expression and right to practice any profession or to carry any trade or business as contained in Article 19 of the Constitution. Next important amendment is 7th Amendment. It is made in 1956. It says that it abolished the existing classification of the states as A, B, C and D and reorganization of 14 states and 6 union territories. Extended the jurisdiction of high courts to union territories. As per this amendment, it also provided for the establishment of common high court for 2 or more states. And 9th Amendment, which was made in 1960, gave effect to transfer of certain territories to Pakistan in pursuance of agreement between governments of India and Pakistan for the settlement of disputes by demarcation of border villages, etc. 24th Amendment of 1971. It enabled the Parliament to dilute fundamental rights through amendments to the Constitution. And it was made for the President to give consent to the Constitution Amendment Bill as per this amendment. Next is 31st Amendment, which was made in 1973. The total strength of Lok Sabha was increased from 525 to 545 seats on the basis of census as per 1971. It increased the seats going to newly formed states in Northeast India. The next amendment is 36th Amendment, which was made in 1975. It made Sikkim a full-fledged state in India Union. The next important amendment is 38th Amendment, which was made in 1975. It sought to make a declaration of emergency non-judiciable in places beyond the jurisdiction of courts, the ordinances and proclamation of emergencies issued by President and governors. 39th Amendment 1975. It tells about the election of President, Prime Minister and Chairman to either House of the Parliament. 42nd Amendment 1976. It is also called as Mini Constitution. The working of preamble was changed from Sovereign Democratic Republic to Sovereign Socialist Secular Democratic Republic. It changed unity of nation to unity and integrity of nation. As per this amendment, 10 fundamental duties laid down. And there are 4 new directive principles added. Those are to secure opportunities for the healthy development of children, to promote equal justice and to provide free legal aid to poor, to take steps to secure the participation of workers in the management of industries, and the fourth one is to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard forests and wildlife. So, as per this amendment, totally 3 new words are added. Those are socialist, secular, and integrity in the preamble. 44th Amendment of 1978. The restoration of life of Lok Sabha and state assemblies to 5 years. As per this amendment, it deleted the right to property from the list of fundamental rights and made it only a legal right. The next one is 52nd Amendment, which was made in 1985. It provided for the disqualification of members of parliament and state legislatures on the ground of defection. And then 61st Amendment of 1989. It reduced the voting age from 21 years to 18 years for the Lok Sabha and state legislative assembly elections. Next is 73rd Amendment, which was made in 1992. In this amendment, Panchayat Raj Bill was passed and it granted constitutional status to the Panchayat Raj institutions, constitutions of Panchayat and village and other levels, direct elections to all seats in Panchayats and reservation of seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes and fixing of tenure of 5 years for Panchayats. The next important amendment is 74th Amendment, which was made in 1992. It granted constitutional status and protection to the urban local bodies. A new part 9A relating to the municipalities was incorporated in constitution of 3 types of the municipalities, that is Nagar Panchayats for areas in transition from a rural area to urban area, municipal corporation for larger urban areas, and reservation of seats for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes and women. The next is 86th Amendment, which was made in 2002. It provided free and compulsory education to all children of age 6 to 14 years under Article 21A. 88th Amendment of 2003. It provides for the insertion of a new Article 268A, which states that taxes on services shall be levied by Government of India and such tax shall be collected and appropriated by Government of India and the states in the manner provided in Clause 2. The next important amendment is 89th Amendment of 2003. It bifurcated the Combined National Commission for Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes into 2 separate bodies. One is National Commission for Scheduled Castes as per Article 338 and the other one is National Commission for Scheduled Tribes as per Article 338A. 91st Amendment Act 2003. As per this amendment, the total number of ministers, including Prime Minister, in the Council of Ministers shall not exceed 15% of the total number of members of Lok Sabha. Then 92nd Amendment 2003. It included four more languages. Those are Bodo, Dogri, Maithili, Santhali. With this, the total number of constitutionally recognized languages increased to 22. 97th Amendment of 2010. It gave constitutional status and protection to cooperative societies. It added new part 9b in Constitution which entitles the cooperative societies. The amendment objective is to encourage economic activities of cooperatives which in turn help progress of rural India. It is expected to not only ensure autonomous and democratic functioning of cooperatives but also the accountability of management to the members and other stakeholders. Then 99th Amendment which was made in 2014. It replaced the collegium system of appointing judges to Supreme Court and High Courts with a new body called National Judicial Appointments Commission. That is, formation of National Judicial Appointment Commission made in 99th Amendment. 100th Amendment which was made in 2015. Amending first schedule that deals with acquisition of certain territories of Bangladesh following the agreement between India and Bangladesh governments. The next one is 101 Amendment made in 2017. This Amendment Act contains the provisions necessary for the implementation of GST, that is Goods and Service Tax regime, that is introduction of Goods and Service Tax. 102 Amendment made in 2018. It gives constitutional status to National Commission for Backward Classes. The next one is 103 Amendment which was made in 2019. As per this amendment, it provided reservation for economically weaker sections of citizens. And this amendment added in Article 16. 104 Amendment made in 2020. As per this amendment, it extended the reservation of seats for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha, that is state assemblies, from 70 years to 80 years. It also removed reserved seat for Anglo-Indian community in Lok Sabha and state assemblies. 105 Amendment which was made in 2021. It restores the power of state governments to identify and specify socially economically backward classes, that is SEBCs. And the last amendment which was made in September 2023 is 106th Amendment. As per this amendment says to reserve 1/3 of the seats in Lok Sabha, state legislative assemblies and Delhi Legislative Assembly for women for a period of 15 years after coming to effect. So those are the important amendments and their details. Thank you.